Hey everybody. Well, if you saw what happened this past Monday Night on Raw, then you know what's gonna happen at WrestleMania. We already know who's gonna be inducted into the Hall of Fame after this past Monday night. It's a diva, and it's not just any diva. It's someone who we didn't expect to be inducted into the Hall of Fame, especially with the history that she had with the WWE, especially how she left. Her name is, hold on, Deborah Miceli, aka Alundra Blaze, aka Medusa. She, for those who know her, she was a former three-time WWE Women's Champion. She was also one of the most popular female wrestlers in the organization, and she was very successful in other promotions as well before coming to the WWE. She, she was very good in the ring, and I actually saw some of her past matches, and she wasn't that bad. And well, I mean, if you look back at all the competitors she went up against, well, she was probably one of the best. But around the Monday Night Wars, a lot of talents were leaving, mostly going to WCW to try getting some more money. And Medusa was one of those women that wanted to, one of those talents that wanted to go over to get some money. So she made a deal with them as soon as her contract expired, and she left. But she was still the WWE Women's Champion, so she still had the title with her. So Eric Bischoff decided that during this time, Eric was trying to find any ways to try to, get fans to watch his product. From stealing some of the biggest talents to bring them over, or even revealing what happened during the tapings for Raw, or like what he did with Deborah Medusa. He asked her to bring the title with her to Nitro, to WCW Nitro, and actually bring it with her so she can dump it in the trash. She was against the idea because she didn't feel comfortable doing that. And I can't blame her. I mean, I wouldn't want to do that to, to the promotion that helped me get to where I am. But, she had to agree, and Eric got her to go on live TV, bring the title with her, and literally dumped it in the trash for everyone to see. So that's why I was surprised that she is being inducted into the Hall of Fame, because I thought with all the issues she had with doing that, and also with her not going back to the company after WWE closed its doors. One of the reasons why is because she was not very comfortable with how the women's division that she helped build, how the direction they were going, mostly because of the bra and panties thing. And I understand. I mean, she was someone that, you know, worked hard to make sure to get women to be seen as the same in the same level as the men. So I can understand why she didn't like this new direction they had for the women. But yeah, she never went back, and I always thought with the issue she had with what she did as well that they would not induct her. But in a way, I'm kind of glad because last year they were able to make peace with the Ultimate Warrior, and now it looks like they're bringing in the Macho Man as well. So I guess they're now being more forgiven and are going to bring Deborah into the Hall of Fame. So I say good for her, but hopefully she doesn't dump the Hall of Fame ring in the trash on live television. I don't think that would be good. So yeah, I'm happy for that, but I am hoping the next inductee is somebody that deserves it, because the last two inductees that they announced last week were not somebody that were not the two people I was expecting, at least as a tag team. But we still got time before the Hall of Fame, so hopefully we get someone that we all are looking forward to seeing in the Hall of Fame. Next, it is the Divas Championship title that I hope we see at WrestleMania. Last year, finally, after years, the Divas Championship finally got to be defended at WrestleMania for the first time ever, where AJ Lee defended her title against multiple opponents. Like, she fought against almost everybody in the main roster in Divas locker room, and she was able to retain her title. So I was happy for her, but I also felt bad for the Divas because this match was put on after The Undertaker lost to Brock Lesnar. So I hope that if they do agree to have another Divas title match at WrestleMania, they're gonna have to make sure it's not before something shocking like that, because I think the mood would die down and would be very bad for the Divas. So now that we saw AJ Lee make her return on Raw, is there really going to be a Divas title match, or are WWE going to make a stupid tag team match? I mean, there's a lot of direction they can go with this, but I am hoping they do have a championship match, and it should be with with AJ Lee and Paige involved, and maybe they should add Brie Bella into this match, make it a fatal four-way elimination match. That way, Brie can be eliminated, then AJ, and then Paige can end up winning the title. I want Paige to win it because I love AJ, I do, but she has held that title for so long, and I think it's time for someone else to get another long title reign, and Paige should do it. I mean, she last year, I know a lot of people were giving her a lot of crap since she won the Divas title, but I think she deserves it. I mean, she came close to being Nikki, making her tap out on Raw this past Monday night. So I think she does deserve to be Divas champion and should have the chance to win it at WrestleMania. So WWE, you want to give Divas a chance? Make a title match with these four women, or maybe three. I don't care, as long as Nikki is not champion. Because let's face it, the Bella Twins, they suck as champions. Should not be anywhere near the title, and should just leave it to some of the younger female competitors to get that shot. All right, next, it's the last thing I wanted to talk about, and that's the promos. The promos that we saw this past Monday night. We had Jon Stewart give a good promo against Seth Rollins. We had Stephanie give a good promo against John Cena. And we saw Paul Heyman give a good promo against Roman Reigns. Now, the one with Jon Stewart, I actually had talked about this with my friend because, I said that Seth Rollins, he's he's good in the ring. He's got a great talent. The problem is he has never really proven how good he is in the ring without any outside interferences. And think about that. Ever since he joined the Authority, since Money in the Bank, he's never won a single match or pay-per-view without any help. I mean, he's had more victories with some outside help than he's actually had without any help. And that's true. In every pay-per-view, it always has somebody getting involved. And it just, I really wish we got to see a good, clean match with him and somebody without any outside help. That would be good, and it would be awesome to see that, but no, we don't. And Jon Stewart, pointed out about how Seth Rollins has been unable to do anything like that, and it got Seth so pissed off that he wanted to punch him. But Randy Orton came out, distracting Seth Rollins, allowing Jon Stewart to kick him in the groin, which was awesome. And Jon Stewart was able to get out of the ring just before J&J Security could get in. So that was a pretty good promo. I mean, Jon Stewart does a pretty good job. I have no doubt he can do well on the mic or even on television. But I think he did a great job. And who knows? I mean, maybe we could try getting him to come over and maybe do some more work. I wouldn't mind. I wouldn't mind even seeing him bring Stephen Colbert in. That'd be pretty cool. All right. The next promo we had was Stephanie with John Cena. John Cena came out to try to get himself into the Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royale, but Stephanie came out and played the heel well, making it seem like John Cena was insulting Andre, who she knew very well when she was little, and how WWE doesn't need John Cena to be at WrestleMania, that they'll be fine without him at WrestleMania. And she pretty much buried John Cena. It was awesome. It was, this was the only time I actually liked Stephanie because, her character I was getting kind of bored with as a heel. But when she gives a promo like that against John Cena, I was like, oh my God, she does a good work. She really does great work when it comes to giving a heel promo, and she did it so well, and the fans were really behind her with that. And I have to agree. I mean, last year WWE did fine with John Cena not being in the main event, so I don't think we need him at WrestleMania. I mean, that'd be cool. For once, no John Cena at WrestleMania. I can see that happening. We had Curtis Axel come out and give a promo as well, and I have to say, I'm starting to like this direction with Curtis Axel. I mean, when he joined up with Paul Heyman, I thought they might be doing some good work with him. But then after his rivalry with CM Punk ended, it's just that's it. That's getting bored with him. I mean, when he joined up with Ryback, I thought they were a pretty good team. A shame they never won tag team titles, but they were still a good team. But yeah, it sucks that the after Ryback turned into babyface that Curtis had nothing else, and I was worried about this guy because I respect his father, and I'm was really disappointed how they're using him, especially after everything his dad has done. But this new direction they're going with them, I'm thinking, hey, this could work. This Axelmania, that could actually work. I can see Curtis Axel getting over with the crowd. I can see Curtis, maybe even becoming a champion soon, or even winning the Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royale. I mean, granted, he lost to John Cena, but he definitely got a lot of crowd behind him. So if I have anyone to say that will be the winner of the Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royale, it is Curtis Axel. He's my number one pick. The other ones are Damien Mizdow, but I still think Curtis is ready. I think he is going to be the guy to do it. So I can't wait. The last promo I wanted to talk about was with Paul Heyman. Now, a lot of us heard about how Brock Lesnar walked out on Raw, and it is true. Brock Lesnar did walk out on Raw, and the reason for that was because he wanted to go to this UFC event, a pay-per-view event, but Vince McMahon was against it. He still went anyways, and he got in trouble, and there was some kind of dispute between the two men, but it looks like, from what we heard, it looks like things are okay now, and Brock Lesnar will be at WrestleMania. Paul Heyman reassured us he will be, and he gave a pretty awesome promo. And I don't have no doubt Paul Heyman cannot make a good promo. He can. He can give a good promo. And he was trying to get the crowd to hate him, but we can't help but cheer for this guy because whenever he brings up Roman Reigns and somebody that a lot of people did not like, especially when he won the Royal Rumble, he's still Paul Heyman can still do a good job at giving a promo and trying to. I know he's trying to help Roman Reigns get over, like trying to make him the good guy, and trying to make him and Brock Lesnar look like the bad guys. But it's hard to get a guy over when the crowd's really against it. So I don't know. I mean, Roman Reigns, I have no doubt, needs to work on his promos. And he needs to, especially with a guy like Paul Heyman, who does a great job with his promos. But after watching what happened on Raw with Roman Reigns going over the top rope and landing on everybody, just delivering a spear in midair to Seth Rollins, I have no doubt that Roman Reigns will give a good promo later on. With only a few weeks we have left, he will give a good promo, probably on the last Raw before WrestleMania. And he'll be able to show us some new moves that he will use against the Beast and defeat him. I have no doubt about that. So, yeah, I mean, if you guys have a different opinion about, who is being inducted in the Hall of Fame this year, the Divas title match, and the promos, let me know, guys, what you think about it. Take care, and see you next time.